Welcome to the Maythorn Monthly for October 2018. I'm in Svistov, North Bulgaria, and I've got a room overlooking the Danube. You can see a bit more of that later, but now let's go back to my home village just outside Chester.
Camera, action!
So I've set up camp at the Hotel Nove in Svistov, and I'm going to be staying here for a couple of days before I move into the village of Oresh. I'm actually wearing a t-shirt from 2006, which was the Eagles Farewell tour I went to, and also in 2006 I came to Bulgaria for the first time. We flew on I think it was a Balkan Airways plane that had seen better days. We didn't feel that safe. We were shuttled on a really old bus out to the hotel at Sunny Beach, and if you know anything about Sunny Beach, it's a bit like Blackpool with better weather, and that's the best I can say. And we stayed in a hotel that I did a review of at the time. I'm going to leave the original soundtrack on so you can hear my comments. This is the room. It's black, everything's painted black. The room is actually a real mess at the moment because we're packing to leave. Imagine our surprise to find the beds with their black headboard placed end to end. This is because the room is very long and narrow. Other piece of furniture, the black dressing table. I don't know what colour everything was originally, but painting it black has obviously been, to brighten up the room. Right, this is a very good fitting here, which keeps coming out of the walls, but the plugs are not in. I've actually pushed those wall plugs back in halfway through the week because one of them came out. This is actually a wet room, so every time you have a shower, the whole toilet gets wet, the toilet roll gets wet, the bin, towels, anything else you happen to have too near the spray of the shower. And finally, let's look at the huge balcony with the luxurious patio furniture. Lovely. low-level seating and a small triangular-shaped balcony with a view of the hotel opposite, which is full of young people who make noises till 4 or 5 in the morning. They shout, they chant. They're probably about the noisiest people we've ever met on holiday. P.S. Electrical contractor's note. Did you notice how good the wiring was? Here's the uplighter right by Ruth's bed with the recess. And I'm not absolutely certain. Here's the 2 light switches for the apartment. And here's a wire joining the 2. I'm not quite sure if the power for the socket is drawn off the light switch or vice versa, but you may spot this looks like a piece of telephone cable. You may also spot that it's not particularly well embedded in the plaster. Imagine getting away with that in our country. So here's the difference between that room in Sunny Beach and this one in Swishthof. 12 years later, I grant you, but nevertheless. A full-size double bed, maybe it's a king size, I don't know. Nice big headboard system with bedside cabinets. There's lights, wall lights both sides. Wall lights that are wired into the electricity in the wall in the proper way without telephone cable. Nice big room with plenty of space, air conditioning, which has kept me cool all night. It's warm in Bulgaria even in October and into November. And a good bathroom. It's a wet room. That's what they do in Bulgaria. But come with me and have a look at the wet room. So here I am, and it is wet because I have used it this morning before I got up. Good shower, powerful, plenty of hot water. Toilet's just far enough away. There's a few splatters of water there, but nothing much. Sink's over here, not a problem, you can carry on using that. And they give you plenty of towels, the whole thing, hairdryer, soap. And the wardrobe's handles are not falling off. You've got hanging space, you've got shelves.
It wouldn't be a proper Maythorn monthly without some kind of audio interference in the background. And there's a tennis court across the road where some dogs are running loose and playing with each other, having a great time, but that results in a lot of barking. But it's fun barking, it's not aggressive barking, so I'm okay with that. One of the places that we've been to while we're here that was the quietest, and there were no dogs up there, was on top of a hill just further down in Swishthof. All of Swishthof overlooks the River Danube, so if you can just find a nice spot, and we did, we found a restaurant that's up on a hill, and it serves great food, has great views, and the weather is still quite warm in Bulgaria until October, November, so it's still okay to come. And then of course the skiing season starts and a whole different load of people are filling up the plains. I'm just hoping that we can be heard above the background music, which seems to have got louder.
Yeah, just as we started.
So hopefully you can hear us. We've been trying to find out the name of this place from these good people like Davey who brought us here on the top of a hill in Swishthof overlooking the River Danube. And you're just calling it what?
Restaurant on the hill.
The restaurant on the hill. We're going to try and find out what it is called by looking around, but this is a great place. Oh, here comes our wonderful waitress.
Can you tell us what the name of this restaurant is?
Well, no.
Restaurant with no name.
Yeah, just a moment.
Right.
There you go.
So this has been our most difficult quest so far this year, to find out the name of the restaurant we're in. But in the meantime, let me say that they completely fed us with some fantastic food, and the prices are very reasonable. The view is fantastic, the location, everything about this place is great. I recommend people come here, and I'll recommend it to you.
The swimming pool's leaking. It's going down.
We'll recommend it to you when we find out what it's called. So what did Colin have today?
I had pig's liver. Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
And that salad.
Oh, well, we had structure salad and cheesy chips.
Yeah, so we made a pig of ourselves.
And beer, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to say that we can't go to Bulgaria without drinking a Bulgarian beer, but Davey's drinking
Water now.
water.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
Yeah, Bulgarian
But
water's also
I'm driving. So,
Yeah. Okay, so we'll come back to you with the name of the restaurant. See you later. Sorry, David, what did you say it's called?
The Hunting Lodge.
The Hunting Lodge. Ah, right. Let's go back and have another look at Marina d'Or. And here's two things that I can be thankful to my friend Colin, who runs the photographic trips to Spain, for helping me discover. The first, and because I'm interested in getting good videos, good quality, watchable videos, I learnt on a photographic trip in January 2017, and what I learnt from that was it's warm in January in Spain during the day. As soon as the sun goes in, it's pretty cold. The models were happy with with being shot in bikinis and things in the sun, and as soon as the sun went in, they went to hide in the cars. However, the photographers wanted them to shoot when the sun was in, because they say the sun bleaches all their shots out and they don't get the best photography. So you get the best pictures when there's no sun, and you can use other natural light, and you get more colours, more tones, more depth, blah blah blah. I've got some shots that I took at Marina d'Or in the summer when the sun had just about gone down behind the hills. It was on its way, and I decided to take some pictures then and see what you think if these do give you a different perspective on the resort. Trip to Marina d'Or with the photographers and models was actually in 2016 in April, and as you know, Costa Azahar means the orange blossom coast, and all around the apartment areas there are little orange trees, and just where we were all staying, Costa Azahar 1, there were quite a lot of oranges on the trees, and people have asked me, can you pick and eat these oranges? Well, you're certainly allowed to pick them, they are for public consumption. And what happens if you don't is that they just fall off eventually. They end up on the ground and they go rotten, which is a shame. One of the models just reached up and picked one and ate it and said it was fine. Other people I've spoken to, they've said, no, they're not really good for eating, but you could make a lot of marmalades. So don't ignore the orange trees, it's what Costa Azahar is all about.
We'll make a commercial. Shall we make a commercial? All right, we'll try one anyway. This is for Spotlight. If we get it right, it'll be a miracle, of course. Right, here we go. 30 seconds this last.
Spotlight carpets, leave the others in the shade.
There's a massive carpet clearance on now at Spotlight. Every single yard must be cleared before modernisation. Rubber back lounge quality 179, I tell you.
Do you know you can have an electronic organ in your own home while you learn to play? With Rushworth's unique organ rental plan, you could be playing like a professional in no time at all, and for as little as £5 a week. You can also have free lessons at Rushworth's to help you play the latest hits, popular music of the past, and the well-known classics. There's a magnificent range of instruments to choose from, with easy-to-work rhythm switches and combination effects. Let Rushworth's help you. Visit the second floor at Whitechapel, Liverpool, or one of the branches at Birkenhead, Chester or Southport, and see for yourself.
Spotlight carpets, leave the others in the shade.
There's a massive carpet clearance on now at Spotlight, and we only got to the first line. How about that?
Rushworth's have done it again. Remember their great giveaway of records and tapes? Well, this time it's even better. A scoop purchase of liquidation stock gives you the great opportunity to buy LPs at only 49p, singles at 15p, and tapes at only 99p. Yes, you hear it right. LPs 49p, singles 15p, and tapes at 99p. A fantastic selection of all types of music and artists to suit all musical tastes and ages. Don't delay. Call in at Rushworth's, Whitechapel, Liverpool, or at their branches in Birkenhead, Chester and Southport.
The AO Axminsters, Orwell, Berbers, Shag Files, and lots more. Remember, if you can buy cheaper anywhere else, Spotlight will reap and double the difference. Spotlight discount carpets. You know that.
2 days it takes, you know, to get that lot together. One show, 2 hours, 2 days in here. Is it worth it? I ask myself. Must be, I wouldn't be doing it.
Here we go again.
Spotlight carpets, leave the others in the shade.
There's a massive carpet clearance on now at Spotlight. Every single yard must be cleared before modernisation. Rubber back lounge quality 179 a square yard. Good quality bedroom carpet 160. In fact, there's 400 rolls of bargains, including AO Axminsters, Orwell, Berbers, Shag Files, and many more. Remember, if you can buy cheaper anywhere else, Spotlight will refund double the difference. Spotlight discount carpets at the start of the M62 on Queen's Drive and the Concourse Skelmersdale. Open all week, late nights, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Spotlight carpets, leave the others in the shade. Spotlight.
Got it.
And now for something completely different.
This is the sundial. I'm going to stand on the month. Where are we? Somewhere around 11, 12 here. Okay. So now the sun, which is just about out, is casting my shadow between the 10 and the 11. And actually should be between the 11 and 12. But the gurus over there are telling me it's because we're in British summertime. Shouldn't it be called Bulgarian summertime? Yes, it's GMT +1 we're in. So the sun's behind a cloud, that's just perfect timing. There we go, it's casting a shadow somewhere in the right area. Between the 10 and the 11, +1 would be between the 11 and the 12. How's that? Who needs a what? You're going to give me a round of applause. That's for the... Another photographer.
Boys keep swinging, boys always working out.
What are you doing in those trousers? And stop it, whatever it is. Look at you, lily-livered mincer. Oh, you know, I was in the war, but I didn't see you there.
So while I'm enjoying all this sun and the beautiful gardens and the river here in Bulgaria, work is still going on back in Flintshire at the Trident house that last month had its double glazing fitted, and we're working on the floor joists this month. It's a bit strange going into a house, up the stairs, and finding there's a great big void in front of you, but it soon got fixed, and we had a good look at the wood that was outside that was taken out, and not only rot, but a lot of historic woodworm was spotted. With bonfire night coming up, we thought we can probably find a home for the old timbers, and the new ones look terrific. And very quickly, our man Ken put the joists in place and put down some floor. So now we can start work on rebuilding the bathroom. We're shortly going to move over to the village of Orish, which is one stop down the line on the train from here, although don't take it for granted there's regular trains to Orish. There aren't. There's a couple a day. There is, however, an hourly bus service. We've got a hire car, and Colin, you will see him and hear him more and more because he's the guy who has a photographic studio. He now has a drone, and of course that's something I want to capitalise on, get some video from it. And he's also my actual oldest, longest standing friend because I met him at junior school in Liverpool. So we go back a long way, and hopefully we'll go forward a long way too. We're going to Orish because he's been renovating his house this year. My house has been on hold, but I'm going to show you both of those. But it's Colin's house that we're going to look at first. So let's toddle over to Orish.
Hi, it's Abby, and I went to Australia in the summer holidays and I took my camera. Here are some photos.
This is the first time since I bought my house in Orish in 2007 that I've not been able to find the path to even approach the house. It came as an enormous shock to me to find how overgrown the whole plot was and how difficult it was for me to get close enough to even take measurements, which was what I was here for on this particular day. So I quickly abandoned it, a little bit disgruntled, and headed down a new path from my house down into the village centre. And here we found a swimming pool. It was a complete surprise to me that I could actually find in a small village in Bulgaria a swimming pool with sunbeds all around it and a bar where you can get food and drink. This is the experience I really wanted when I was in Spain at Marina d'Or, because it's what I've come to expect in Spain and in the Canary Islands over the years. To me, as a non-swimmer, the pool is a place to socialise, drink, eat and so on. So I was surprised and extremely pleased to find that in the middle of a little village in North Bulgaria there was this pool and there were drinks and it was great. And Spain, you've got a lot of catching up to do here.